Alright, welcome back to another episode of Kira. From the way things looked like in the previous episode, we might continue doing the band. Oh, and speaking of the bands, we performed at the Cafe Tonoya has in one of this. What else? Oh yeah, love letter. My GM received a love letter from a person who was traumatized from before. I'm lost anyways. I can't find a moon pendant anywhere. Huh? It's a role-playing game called Press Praini I Nakazani. Prainaka for short. Okay, the main character. Who the fuck it was that created the drawing Thomas Citrine as an anime girl? Student who lives in a northern country and he fights evil to become the ultimate hero. When I get to the dungeon, the Moon Fort, I can't go any farther. I need the moon pendant to move on. I'll look around the city and get the information that one of the astronauts has it, but he's already dead in the space war. Next, I hear there's the pendant manufacturer, so I get in touch with them, but they already discontinued the product. I'm stuck. Hey, what do I do now? I ask Murakami, who's eating a popsicle while reading a comic book behind me.
公衆電話で製造元に連絡しろよ。
I already did!
もう一度連絡するんだ。そうすると今度は社長が電話に出て、その娘のリーザとのお見合いを勧められるから、それと結婚して会社を継げば、ペンダントの生産が再開できるようになる。
Great idea. I might just do that. For a small reason, as I was told, and answered yes to the question. Then a movie starts and the screen shows the daughter of the president in a wheelchair in the wedding. Good. Now I can move on. I'm happy, but the movie is so long. This is a fun game with lots of battle systems, but some movies are way too long and I can't skip them. How stressful. I'm sure the creators worked hard at it and spent a lot of money because the pictures are so detailed. I'm sure they want us to watch everything without skipping any scenes. But I just want to fight with the enemies and want the main character to grow. It must be what's popular now, but I don't like the characters talking too much either. While watching the boring movie, I mumble my gripes.
そうかな。俺は好きだけどな。ムービーよくできてるぞ。俺はこれがなくっちゃ困るな。もうちょっと先の話になるけど、主人公が賠償婦の少女の足元にひれ伏して、僕は全ての人類の苦悩のために頭を下げるんだって叫ぶシーンがあるんだが、そこなんかほんともう涙なしでは見られないよ。RPG はやっぱりドラマがないとダメだ。
Speaking of, I want to play something similar to Mad Fire again. But I don't know what though. There's so many to pick. To be honest. Not sure why. No way! Games don't need any stories! Fuck you! I want more battle scenes and special monsters! Who cares about the relationships between the characters?
考え方の違いだな。ま、2周目には変わった敵がたくさん出てくるから、お前の目的も満たされるだろう。とにかく、それまで我慢しろ。
Strange enemies?
腐った長老の死体とか、踊るカテリーナとか、結構戦闘が熱いぜ。まあ、ごちゃごちゃ言わないでやってろ。
I've seen weirder in Iwanako. Thank you. It goes back to its comic book. Pardon but of the Elder. That reminds me of that one old guy on Beast Night as well, by the way. It goes back to this comic book. I've been at Murakami's house since this morning, playing the game in the air-conditioned room. No water is messy. And alcohol. Just noticed that part. I have the game unit at home, but my sister's on it and she won't let me use it. So I got on my bicycle and rode it in the summer heat to play the game. Spending a day like this makes me realize it's summer break. There are things I should be doing, such as homework and prepping for the entrance exam, but it's a special feeling to play games while knowing there are things I must do. If I go on like this, I may become one of those grown-ups that skips work to have some fun. I feel bad for my family. Poor things. Anyway, I've got the special student study session is over. I needed to thank Kirari for that. Maybe I'll give her some candy? Finally, the movie is over. I'm married to the daughter and become the president of the factory. I make the employees work hard and have them produce a moon pendant. I'm ready to move on to the moon fort. I go into the deepest section of the fort, the princess room, and I see the evil old lady who protects the room. I use the metal axe, which I just got, and defeat her. Her followers show up and I defeat them too. It was a quick battle because I used to back up the metal axe. Maybe my level got so high from getting lost because it was almost too easy. I checked the old lady's belongings and according to the story's request, I hid them under a rock. Trying to regain hit points, I got back to my house. Then something happens. The main character's father is dead. The maid starts saying my brother did it. Okay, so I have to go into the long enough labyrinth to defeat the brother. Before this starts, I pause the game. Take a sip of Coke, it's already lukewarm.
次のダンジョンのボスが面白いんだけどな。
Murakami was watching me play?
部屋に追い詰めると隠し持った拳銃で攻撃してくるんだ。しかも正体は兄じゃなくて妹なんだ。この妹が強くて。
Plot twist. Don't tell me all that.
ああ、すまん。でもな、結構強くて銃弾に耐性のある防具を装備してないとゲームオーバーの可能性もあるから準備してもらおうと思って。
Sounds like my saves won't be able to work anymore. That's part of the fun, don't you know?
そうなのか？俺はそういう失敗したらやる気なくなるんだがな。
Weak. That's why I'm telling you that we enjoy games in different ways. I don't want to play anymore. I threw the controller away.
すまんすまん。
Murakami apologizes, but he doesn't look sorry at all. You know, I'm getting tired of playing games. Isn't there anything fun? I'll lay down on the floor?
それなら勉強したらどうだ？また赤点取るぞ。
I'll do it later, sometime.
そのうちがいつになることやら。ああ、そうだ。お前志望校もう決めたか？
Not at all. I'll go whenever I can get in. How about you?
俺も似たようなもんだ。どうもいまいちやる気が出ないな。どうも文化祭以後、受験だとか大学生活だとかに面白みが感じられないな。
Besides, I'm surprised that he was actually serious about life itself. But once we are in school and join clubs, we might find girlfriends, don't you think? Just what you wanted.
俺、そういう集団の中で個性を発揮するの苦手なんだよな。
Relatable. It's unlike him to see something like that. I think he'll be just fine. Wait, getting about the RPGs a little bit. The cave story. If I manage to finish all the originals I have on the channel, I'm probably breaking that in, even though I played it multiple times before. I think you'll be just fine. I find his guitar in the corner of the room and pull it towards me. I play while trying to remember the things Toneya was teaching Kashiwara. I can't play like Kashiwara, and of course not like Toneya. The guitar is truly the instrument to play. Yes. I didn't know anything back then, but I should have chosen the guitar to play in the band. I like the bass, but when you play by yourself, I think it's more fun to play the guitar than the bass. Murakami used his savings to buy this guitar. He bought it brand new, and it hasn't been that long since he bought it, but it looks like it's been used quite a bit. Knowing his personality, I bet he's been practicing a lot. How much can you play? He frowns.
全然ダメだな。この絵のようにはいかない。
Have you tried to do it like you? Of course. Why are you comparing to him?
どうせ目指すなら目標は高い方がいいだろ
But that's like a beginner trying to climb the Mountain Everest. Murakami frowns even more, obviously with dissatisfaction. His problem is that he thinks he's talented. Actually, the other way of thinking makes him practice very hard and he becomes pretty good at everything he does. Even at tennis, there was no one who could serve better than him. He once said that he wasn't very good when he started, so he must have practiced a lot. The only thing is that he believed tennis is all about serving as cool as possible. Serving Garden serves he was horrible at.
そうだお前体の調子はどうだ
He changes the subject. I'm all fine now. I sleep well at night too.
そっかやっぱりバンドをやったのが良かったかな
No, I don't think that has anything to do with it. Of course, I had fun for a few months. For a few months, though.
いずれにしろ復唱してきたのなら良かった心配してたんだ
Sorry to make you worry.
そうだバンドといえば知ってるか
Heard what?
お前らのバンド人気になってるみたいだぞ
What do you mean?
やっぱり知らないのかちょっと待てよ
I mean, we did get a glimpse of it in the previous episode. He turns his computer on at the desk, and a couple more horny fans for my Jima. The internet?
うんそうだ自分たちのバンドのこととか全然見てないのか
No.
そうか見たらびっくりするぞ
Once it's on, he opens Star Generation's site. They have the movie of our latest performance. Oh. Ah, so we are on there too, huh?
そうだよでこれが話題になってたな
He moves the mouse and opens the posting.
ここはインディーズバンドの話題を扱ってるんだがお前らのバンドの話題がたくさん出てるよ
Yeah, really?
あああのライブのすごいメンツにどうして聞いたこともない無名のバンドが混ざってるのかってな第二文芸部バンドって名前もよくわからないし
They're probably making fun of us.
そうでもない褒める論調のコメントが多い
Just like you said, there are some comments about their performance. There are a few I'd rather not read, but most are very positive. This is great. I wonder what comments you don't want to read. I'm very happy. But there is one thing that bothers me. I think I'm really a girl. That's right. There is a question like, which girl do you think is the cutest? Some see the vocalist, some see the guitarist, some see the drummer, and yes, some actually see the bassist. Yes, me. Isn't she too tall to be a girl? Her hands are not girl's hands, her feet are different. Some actually point those things out, but there's one posting saying, I am a student at OB Academy, and she really is a girl. Who's that motherfucker that's spreading bullshit? What the heck?
きっと学校の誰かが嘘ついて煽ってるんだろ
What for?
う面白がってるだけだろしかしこれだけたくさん話題になるとはやっぱりすごいよ本当にお前ら解散するのかそれとも卒業後にバンド再結成するとか考えてたりするのか
No way. Besides, it will be impossible after we graduate. Karate probably has to get a job to help her family out, and Chini wants to really study her specialty. I don't know what Kashiwara will do, but she lives in a different world after all. It's not just we are going different ways, but it's like we are heading to completely different worlds. We got together because of this carefree environment of OB Academy. If it wasn't for that, I don't think we would even be friends. It's simply impossible for us to get together after we graduate and do the band.
じゃあこの間のライブが本当に第二文芸部バンドの最後のステージになってしまうのか
I guess. We might play again if we get a chance, though.
そうか。やっぱりもったいないな。これだけ話題になるようなバンドなんてめったにないんだぜ。
I know what you mean, but this is just for a limited time. Things will get back to normal before we know it. We aren't like Star Generation. I know that very well.
気持ちの問題としてどうなんだよ。
I think this is just perfect as a good memory. Yeah, that moment. I kind of wish we were passionate enough about music, like Harrison, though.
じゃあこのバンド活動の感想でも聞こうか。
This reminds me of a class meeting from the elementary school. Remember? We used to do this after the sports and stuff.
俺も卒業後にはバンド活動をするつもりなんだが、その時に参考になるかもしれないだろ。エチケチしないで人気の秘密を話してくれ。
How could an amateur like me doubt you? I think for a little. It sure was fun. It was different from what I first thought. The feelings I got from performing in front of people were something I never felt before.
大会とか観衆の前でテニスした時みたいな感じか？
No, it's a little different. You think of winning in a tennis match, so you don't think of the audience. But music is different. It's like sharing the same rhythm, you know?
言葉だけじゃよくわからん。
You're the one who told me to tell you.
とにかく羨ましい。俺も早くバンド組みたいな。やっぱりこの夏休み中にやっちまうかな。おい前島、夏休みのうちにでも一緒にやろうぜ。他のメンバーは募集してさ。メンボっていうのか？俺あれ書いてみたいんだ。
Why am I so fucking around? So you are going to just forget about studying?
それはまあなんとかなるだろう。
What do you mean? What if it's not okay?
そん時はそん時だ。もしバンドをやるんならいろいろ考えてあるんだよ。やる曲はお前たちがやってたやつよりももうちょっと一般受けしそうなのにしてさ。それでバンド名はハッピーサイクル。
Wait, who did? I feel my cell phone vibrating. She is calling me.
どこいるの？
Huh? She didn't even greet me. This is unusual. Is it an emergency? I'm at Murakami's?
そうなんだ。じゃあ今から行ってもいいかな。
Sure, but what's going on?
直接会って話したいことがあるんだ。今行っても平気？
Sure, no problem, but what is it?
あのね、名古屋なのよ、名古屋。
What? Huh? Nagoya? You mean Nagoya in the Aichi prefecture?
そう。
What about Nagoya?
それについて話したいことがあるんだ。じゃあそこで待っててね。すぐ行くから。
She hangs up. I don't know what's going on, but she sounded very excited.
誰だ？
Chiani.
なんだって？
She wants to talk to me about Nagoya.
名古屋って愛知の？それどういう意味だ？
Who knows? That's what I want to know. Chiani shows up after 30 minutes or so. She must have run in this heat because she is sweating. What do you mean by Nagoya? She doesn't even hear me.
ごめん、悪いけど飲み物ある？
Murakami hands her a glass of iced barley tea, and she guzzles it down in one gulp.
もう一杯飲む？
She shakes her hand.
ごめんね、すごく汗かいちゃって。それで話っていうのはね。
She explains from the beginning. She received a call from Tonya not too long ago. He told her something completely unexpected. Just like we saw earlier, our performance is on Star Generation's website. Other than the posting server, some people send in some questions directly to the site. Questions asking who we are, if we are playing somewhere else, what our schedules are like. First I thought we are causing a lot of trouble for him, but that's not why he called. one of the friends of Star Generation who owns a music up there called. He called directly to Yagihara-san's cell phone.
それで八木原さんがあることないこと言っちゃったんだって。トノヤ君が手取り足取り教えたスタジェネの妹分的なバンドだとか、キラリは赤ちゃんの頃飛行機事故で中国奥地の少数民族に拾われて歌を習った少女だとか、鹿之助の壊れたベースは非業に倒れた伝説の男が残した伝説のベースだとか。
Okay, but what this random stuff would get out of here, in here? What? Okay. What? Is my best really that legendary? Monogami shakes his head with a better face. Thanks.
あれ知人からもらったって言ってたけど、本当はゴミに出してあったのを拾ってきたんだ。
Well then, there comes the truth. So my precious best is just some oversized garbage. I'm shocked, but I can't think about that now.
とにかくね、そんなのいっぱい言っちゃったらしいのよ。そしたら相手の人がやたら面白がっちゃって、もしよかったら今度そのお店でやる記念イベントに特別ゲストとして参加しないかって言われたんだって。
Shinny looks concerned. Did he really believe all those lies?
トノヤ君は多分相手も信じてないって言ってたけど、すごくやる気なのは本当らしいのよ。
He won't be able to pay us, but he thinks he can pay for the transportation. If we don't have a place to stay, he offered that we can stay at the cafe. Of course, there is no quota either.
私たちみたいな出たばっかりのバンドにこんな申し出って普通ないらしいんだ。トノヤ君もびっくりしてたよ。
I'm surprised too. Why does he want us?
やっぱりそれは八木原さんが押してくれたからなんだろうね。スタージェネレーションの影響力って私たちが思ってた以上にすごいのかも。
So did you tell everyone else?
まだしてない。キラリはカッシーの家に遊びに行ってるらしいけど、まず鹿之助と相談しようと思ってさ。ね、それであなたはどう思うの？
What do you mean?
この話どうしたらいいかな。一応もうバンドは解散ってことになってるし。
I think we should confirm the offer first, not just hearing it from Tonoya.
トノヤ君は正式なオファーのつもりで聞いてくれって言ってたよ。
I still think the owner believed what Yagihara-san said.
それにしたって素晴らしい話じゃないか。
Monogami's eyes are sparkly.
どうせ出生の秘密だとかベースの由来なんか確認しようがないんだし、そういうことにすればいいんだ。問題は
That's true?
この話に乗るか乗らないか、それだけだ。ただゲームにも飽きたって言ってたろう。
That's true. But Nagoya is so far away.
旅行がてらにぴったりじゃないか。交通費出すって言ってるし、得だろ。
I know, but still, I have to think.
ねえ、村上君は賛成ってこと？
そりゃそうだよ。だってそんなの夢みたいな話じゃないか。スタジャネに認められて、そんな遠くのオーナーにも認められて、なかなかある話じゃない。なんだかサクセスストーリーの匂いがするね。これこそ青春だよ。ロックスターへの道のりだ。
別にロックスターになりたいわけじゃないんだけど、この間のライブ楽しかったし、でも受験もあるしな。鹿之助はどう？
I think I'm up for it. If what I'm hearing is true, I'll let you decide.
そっか。
Jenny is confused too.
とりあえずキラリとカッシーにも相談してみるか。彼女たちが OK 出したら鹿之助もやるってことでいい？
Sure, that's fine. I know Kirari wants to do it, but I'm not sure about Kashiwara because I'm her straight grandfather. But they both agree. When Chinny calls, she answers without hesitation. The Chu on the other side of the phone gets excited. Chinny hangs up the phone, smiling bitterly.
これで決まりね。
I guess I have to nod too. Since we decided to participate, Murakami has repeatedly voiced his own excitement.
羨ましい。
I don't know how many times he repeated that line.
いっそこのまま学校辞めてミュージシャン目指せよ。
He even says things like that. Then why don't you come with me? I'll be the only guy among the girls.
お前もしかしてそれを気にしてたのか？
Yeah, I guess. So what do you think? As a loadie?
すまんが俺は夏は毎朝店の手伝いをすると約束してしまったんだ。言ってやれないな。
Damn. I see. What do I do then?
鹿之助も案外つまんないこと気にするのね。
Of course, even at home and there are only mom and my sister at home, I feel uncomfortable. If there are more girls, I'm scared.
大丈夫よ、大丈夫。
I'm not so sure. She and me laughs. The sun goes down while we talk about their Nagoya performance. She and I leave Murakami's house. Wow, we got something major coming up.
名古屋でライブか。現実感がないな。
It'll be great. I'm all for it. We'll just do our best.
そうね。それしかないね。これもきっと何かの巡り合わせだと思うし。
She nods.
でも、こんな大事な時期にやることではないわよね。あ、人はこうやって道を踏み外してゆくのかしら。
She sighs. It's too late for that. Kira. Next day, all the members visit Yagihara-san. He just finished his practice session, and when he heard that we want to take the offer, he called the owner of the music cafe in Nagoya.
名古屋はね、最近バンドマンの人口が減ってるのに、どういうわけかライブハウスばっかり増えちゃったらしくて、いいバンドを集めるのにどこも苦労してるんだってさ。
I see. I didn't know that. That's why he wants a band from Tokyo.
でも実力がなければ呼ばれないさ。こんな話が来てよかったな。俺もわざわざゲストとして参加してもらった甲斐もあったってもんだな。
He smiles. Bandcrackers are supposed to be antisocial, but he is so kind and generous. By the way, did you explain to him about the legendary instrument and kirari? I asked.
そういう設定でやればいいじゃんか。笑ってもらえるぜ、きっと。
He laughs. Doesn't seem to care.
私、生まれも育ちも東京です。中国語喋れません。
Okay, you mean okay, yeah. Kirari protest, but he laughs just like with the guitar.
まあそれよりもさ、どうせ名古屋まで行くんならそれで U ターンしないでもっといろいろ行ってみたらどうだい。この夏はバンドに捧げてみるのもいいんじゃないか。
This casual suggestion is about to change our summer completely.
もっといろいろですか？
うん、そう。せっかく車で機材積んでいくわけだろ。だったらついでに大阪とか京都とかあの辺も回ってさ、路上ライブやったり、もし可能なら地元のライブハウスに出演させてもらったりして、もちろん観光もして、そういうツアーを企画したらどう？
ライブ、大阪、たこ焼き、お好み焼き。
Kirari is about to drool. Does she think live performances equal food?
ちょうど夏だし、イベントもいっぱいやってる。覗くだけでもいいんじゃないか。もしその気ならさ、俺らも何回かツアーとかしてるから、顔見知りのライブハウスだったら口くらいは聞いてあげられるかもしれない。あ、誰か車の免許あるかい？
あ、私持ってます。
Oh. We already talked about that at Murakami's house yesterday. If things are set, we'll borrow Murakami's parents' van and Shieni is going to drive.
そこまで決まってるなら万全じゃないか。急にこんなこと言われても困っちゃうかもしれないけど、旅しながら演奏するのはミュージシャンの一つの原点だよ。古今東西演奏家は旅行をしながら公演をするもんだ。
その話、やばいですね。
Shieni matters seriously. Wild.
だってなんていうか魅力的すぎる。でも本当にそんなことしてていい時期じゃないのにな。
Yagihara-san laughs happily.
受験もそうかもしれないが、こういうのだって今しかできないことだぜ。苦労しながらいろんな経験をするんだ。名古屋のライブじゃ今までみたいにうまくいかないだろうしな。
He pauses and looks at each of our faces.
他の地方に出かけて行って演奏するのはなかなか難しいよ。親しい人のいない場所じゃどうしたって最低限の部分以外は現場でフォローしてくれる人なんかいないし、あと土地ごとに客の感じも違うしな。それ以外にも四六時中メンバーと一緒にいれば人間関係にも難しいものが出てくるだろうし、いろいろな面でバンドの力が試される。だけどそれが楽しいんだ。
Challenges, huh? I don't know if we can do that. We don't have such a tight bond. Yagihara-san smiles bitterly.
まあとにかく名古屋までは行ってみたらどうだろう。それで感じをつかめたらまた考えなよ。あとはそうだな、ツアーのことで困ったら俺に相談したらいい。
He looks happy that we are enthusiastic about this. I ask him about one thing that's been bothering me. Why are you so kind to us? Then he answers half seriously and half jokingly.
そうかな、別に親切で言ってるわけじゃないんだぜ。ただ目があるやつには活躍してほしいだけだ。暗いニュースばかりだから明るい話題を作れるやつが少しでも増えるのはたとえ自分のことでなくとも希望だよ。
Kira. The next morning, I'm the only one who sleeps in just because it's summer break in this household. Yuko has morning practice for our club, but my parents don't get summer off. So when I get up just before noontime, there's nobody home and I just microwave some stuff from the refrigerator. But today I got up early, so I was able to eat freshly made breakfast. When I sit at the table, Yuka's reading a magazine in her sweats. My mom serves rice into the rice bowl. When I ask her why Dad isn't at the table, she says he left for the business trip last night. Yuka talks to me as I take a bite on my toast.
しかこちゃん、今日が出発？
Since the cultural festival, that's the only name Yuka uses. If I ask her to stop, I'm sure she's going to tease me, so I don't say anything. I'll just wait for her to get tired of it. Yeah, I guess. Yuka asks me for the schedule, but I can't really give her detailed answers. I'm hoping to leave early enough, so we'll get there before the sun goes down. First, we'll go see the owner of the music cafe who invited us, and then tomorrow is the rehearsal and the performance. That's all I know. I don't think nothing has been said after that yet. If there's an opportunity to participate in events, then we'll probably do that. And if not, we might even perform on the streets. Or, if we end up realizing it's above our ability, we may just go home. We have an open schedule, and we just have to see what happens. But I'm not too worried. Let's just do what we can do, that's all. We can't keep worrying about the future. At least that's what I think. Maybe this is the result of Tonia's special training. But if I stay like this, I may have problems once I'm in the real world. I get worried about myself not getting worried. But I have to tell my family that there's nothing to worry about. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid. We'll just play it by ear. I'll be home within a week or so.
ちゃんと毎日家に連絡しなさいよ。何かあってからじゃ遅いんだから。
My mom interrupts with a bitter face. She doesn't really say it, but I'm sure she doesn't like the idea of me going on a trip with the girls. My parents aren't too strict about things like that, but if she and me wasn't one of the girls, I'm sure she would have been opposed to this trip.
それにしたってずいぶん自由なプランなんだね。羨ましいな。私もそういう気ままな旅に行きたい。はあ、ねえ、味噌煮込みうどんとか味噌カツとか食べる？
I guess she thinks like a daddy. Maybe?
羨ましい。ねえ母さん、私たちも旅行行こうよ。お盆とかどう？
そんな暇もお金もないわよ。旅行行きたいなら、あなたも鹿之助みたいにアルバイトでも何でもして自分で行きなさい。
ひどい。中学生にアルバイト勧める親なんかいるの？
I finished my breakfast while Yuka mumbles. Then I grab my luggage and leave the table.
なんだかそんな格好してるとバンドマンみたいだ。
Yuka teases me when I put my bass on my shoulder. Actually, I am a bandsman. But as I say so, I'm not sure if I can really call myself a bandsman. I guess.
ま、本人が言う分には自由よね。
I think she should have a little more respect towards her brother. I head to the front door.
無茶はしないで。お金がなくなる前に帰ってくるのよ。
My mom sees me off. She and I were supposed to go together since we live close. I call her. She's very close by and we meet right away. We walk together to the station.
朝でも暑いね。
She has a huge sports bag with her. I see little beads of sweat on her forehead. It is hot even though it's early morning. The sky is clear. I'm sure it will get hotter as the day goes on. I wouldn't like it if it's too hot, but I'm glad it's not raining. What's in your bag? I ask her while looking at her packed bag.
服とタオルと化粧道具と、あと懐中電灯とラジオと。
She counts using her fingers. But yeah, I already have flashlights and stuff like that. When we packed at Murakami's house yesterday, we took various outdoor items. We also packed a tent and a portable cooking stove. We aren't planning to camp out, but since we don't have too much money, we just wanted to be prepared. Even Tonya says that's a good idea.
自分専用のも欲しいなって思って、何があるかわからないんだから。
I know, but you always pack way too much. Do you remember the time when your family and my family went on a camping trip together? You brought that weird toy.
ああ、あれね。
Remember? You brought the whole dollhouse? I never heard of a kid bringing something like that on a camping trip.
あの時はね、あれがすっごい気に入ってたのよ。家に置いてくのがかわいそうだったんだから仕方ないじゃない。
But once we got there, you put it by the tent, and I had to watch it. You and my dad went down to the river to fish. Can you imagine how envious I was?
そんなのよく覚えてるね。私忘れてたよ。
That's how disappointed I was. Disappointed I was.
でも釣れた魚で一番大きいのを鹿之助に食べさせてあげたでしょ。それに鹿之助ってああいうイベントであんまりはしゃがない子だったじゃない。てっきりそんなの興味ないのかと思ってたわよ。
Of course I was. I was so looking forward to fish in the river and to walk around the riverbank even before we left the house. I didn't say anything back then, but I really was.
自分の気持ちをはっきり言わないでひねくれてるから損するのよ。
But at least you should have known that I didn't go to watch your toys.
本当にもうずいぶん根に持ってるのね。そんな小さなことばっかり気にしてると大物になれないぞ。
Oh, shut up. Anyway, you pack way too much when you go on a trip.
でも今回はお人形の家入ってないよ。
It's a doll mentioned this time. Sure?
荷物見せてあげようか。でも下着はあんまり引っかき回さないでよね。
I don't need to do that.
照れないでよ。冗談だって。ほら、足元気をつけて。そこに段差あるよ。
Shush, I see that. By the way, didn't your family say something about the trip? You're a girl, technically.
一応って何よ。
Jenny gets angry a little.
まあ、でも大丈夫だったよ。それどころか、1週間ちょっと遊びに行きたいんだってお母さんに言ったら、お母さん泣いちゃったんだ。 びっくりしちゃった
Why did she cry?
よ。ね、
She puts a pinky tip on her chin?
お母さんね、自分が離婚してからずっと私に苦労かけてるって気にしてたみたい。去年のことがあってから私が少しも遊びに行かなかったからね。無理して我慢してるんじゃないかってお母さん心配してたんだってさ。バカね、私我慢なんか何にもしてないのに、たまたま遊びたいようなことがなかっただけなのにね。
I see.
それで私が学生らしいこと言ったから嬉しかったんだってさ。大げさだよね。
But I'm sure your mom was worried about you.
そうだろうけど、まあだから特に問題もなく気持ちよく送り出してくれたわけよ。ただ気をつけろとは散々言われたけどね。
I'm glad. Here we are. We got up and head to Tonia's house. With our heavy luggage, we arrive at Tonia's all sweaty. We see a van that says Murakami Liquor on the side. There are two people walking around it.
トノヤン
She calls.
トノヤン？
One of the people answers rather suspiciously.
そう、今なんとなく思いついたニックネーム。
上機嫌だね。
Tonya smiles quietly. Are you already loading?
早朝に村上くんが家の前まで車で来て叩き起こされちゃった。それでドラムとか機材を一緒に積み込んでたんだ。もうね、だいたい準備できてるよ。
You shouldn't have. We could have helped. Sorry about that. Murakami scratches his head in embarrassment.
いやー、なんだか布団の中でじっとしていられなくて、朝早く目が覚めてしまってな。どうせだからってトノヤも巻き込もうと起こしに行ったんだ。
Why are you so excited? It's not like you're going out with us.
そうなんだけれどさ、いろいろ心配しちゃって、ちゃんと迷わないでいけるかなとか、忘れ物しないかなってさ。
Thanks, Mom. Are we your children or something? But I didn't know you had a license.
知らなかったのか？俺配達もちょくちょく手伝ってるんだぞ。
I really didn't know. But Tonoyan, I can tell you now how much you always help us. I changed the subject and talked to Tonoya.
ん？いや、別にそれは大したことじゃないよ。それよりトノヤンって。
I only let my favorite girl say that name. He looks a little perplexed. Wait, what's that notification? Whatever.
ねえトノヤン、
Jenny calls him as she checks the luggage in the bag.
これドラムセットごと本当に借りちゃっていいの？
うん、使って。僕のおもちゃになって部屋で眠ってるよりはライブでちゃんと使ってほしいんだ。その方が楽器も嬉しいだろうし。
そうだ。
Murakami says to me as if he thought of something.
どうせならベースもトノヤに貸してもらったらどうだ？あのゴミ捨て場から拾ってきたガラクタじゃいろいろ問題あるんじゃないか？トノヤ、確かベースも。
No. I interrupt Murakami as I wave my hand. This is what I've been using since spring. I don't want to change. I know it was an oversized garbage.
そうか？
Yeah, my hands are getting used to it too. I may mess up if I change the instrument now. If I wanted to change, I would have changed it before the cultural festival. Murakami nods rather questionably.
それならもう一回センダーってしっかり書いてやろうか？かすれてきただろう。
That's okay, but I just don't get it. Why do you have to rewrite it? Don't you think this should fade away?
いやー、センダーってユーモアが気に入ったからこのベースを手放したくないのかと思って。
Didn't you just hear me? I just said I like it because my hands are used to it. Anyway, are you sure we can borrow your car? Murakami said it's no problem. Even Murakami's parents said we can use it as long as we want to. Hey, should they really have said that to us? We might end up really using it as long as we want to. We don't know how to restrain ourselves. How kind and generous you are. I don't think too many people would let you use their cards like this. Actually, their abnormally big cards are just like Murakami's. I can really see they are related. Once everything is loaded, we get in the car. Yoink! Murakami and Tonya said they want us to take them to the station so they get in too. Are you okay? You look rather nervous. Jenny's at the wheel with a straightened back and a very nervous face.
そんな不安そうな声出さないでよ。
But I really am worried. Do you drive often?
月に1回くらいは。
Have you driven a big car like this before?
ないよ。全然ない。
Ooh, how can I not be worried? Will I come home alive? The image of a news broadcast appears in my head. The newscaster is reading our names. And as soon as she's done with our names, she moves on. Okay, the next is the news you've been waiting for. Soccer! She says so casually. Wait, she? Huh? Okay. As if my death means nothing. Oh, sad.
それなら俺が代わりに運転してやろうか。
Murakami sits from the back seat. No, she has to practice. She has a long way to go.
残念だな。せっかくだし、俺の F1 パイロット並みの運転技術を披露したかったのに。
I hope he never shows out such a technique in the middle of the city. Besides, you have to help out at the liquor shop, don't you?
まあ、案ずるより産むがやしよ。行くわよ。
Ginny yells at herself and finally it's time to depart. Here comes the first incident. The engine won't start.
あれ？
ああ、バッテリーがへたっててセルモーターがあんまり回らないんだ。なんとかやってればつくよ。それから運転し始めはライトとかウインカーとかをなるべくつけないで。いっぺんに電気使うとエンストしちゃう。
What a weak little bitch. You've got to be kidding. You really meant it when you said it's a scrappy car. I'm starting to feel like going home.
まあ一旦走り始めればなんとかなるよ。
Maybe it's better if the car breaks down completely and we don't leave until it's all fixed. But despite my thoughts, I hear the engine noise. The car has started!
よし、かかった。出発するわよ。ちゃんとシートベルトしてよね。
Of course I have mine on, so do Murakami and Tonya. The van starts to move, the mirror falls all of a sudden.
あ、
Ginny stops the car.
あ、それもうすぐ外れるんだ。気にしなくていいよ。
As we get nervous about it, he picks up the mirror and pulls it back on where it was.
ほら、ついた。
He's happy, but you just look at him with stunned expressions.
頑張ってね。
Talia mutters quietly, and I nod. Oh God, please keep me safe! I fold my hands and pray.
鹿之助。
Ginny calls me. I was sure she's gonna tease me, but that wasn't the case.
私の分も祈っておいて。
The band starts again. Hey, can you stop more smoothly? You choke so much, I feel like it's my neck and the back. I complain.
そんなこと言ったって、こんな大きな車運転したことないもの。視線の高さも違うし、難しいよ。
Ginny replies as she stares in front of her.
緊張もあるんだろう。街で乗るのはごちゃごちゃしてて難しいからな。高速に乗っちゃえば道も広いし信号もないし、もっと気楽に運転できる。
Murakami is making it sound easy, but the idea of getting on a freeway like this is extremely worrisome to me. No matter how positively I try to think, it'll be like a casket at full speed. I wonder if we can get to Nagoya like this.
その前に、キラリの家に無事にたどり着けるかどうかを祈っててほしいわ。
How could you see that as a driver? Despite the thrilling moments, we are getting closer to Karate's house. The surroundings change a little by little. Karate always says, "We are poor." And now I can really understand what she means by looking at the neighborhood. The guide continues through the neighborhood as we face reality. Since it's a very narrow one-way street, she is going very slow, but the roads remind me of patchwork. The car shakes roughly. Then the car arrives at the designation point. Someone was waving in front of the house.
あれ
But I'm sure she wants to see it's Karate, but I wasn't sure. She has pink hair.
間違いないわ
Shinny has better eyesight than I do. Huh? Once we get closer, I'm able to see it too. It's our vocalist, Karate Shina.
すごいね。大きい車だね。これに乗っていくんだ。かっこいいね。
Anyway, what's with that pink hair? It could be a wig. I thought, but as I look at it closer, it looks like her own hair. She dyed it. What's that? I opened the window and asked.
近所のお姉さんにバンドやってるって言ったら、タダで染めてくれた。
Oh! She answers joyfully. What do you think the teachers will say?
ツアーの間だけだよ。帰ってきたらまた黒くしてくれるんだって。
Black? Wait, wasn't your hair always orange? Or more like hazelnut brown? Okay, that should be okay then. I don't get it.
気合入ってるな。
Only that talks as if nothing is wrong.
それ似合ってるよ。目立つんじゃないかな。
ありがとう。でも似合うの当たり前だよ。パンクロッカーやからね。
Kirari tries to answer with an ippy Kansai accent. I guess her mind is already under the Kansai sky.
ねえ、この車に名前つけてもいいかな。
ねえキラリ準備はできてる
ちょっと待って。猫に餌やるから。
Of course. There are 2 plates full of rice and I see 2 cats nearby. The cats are looking at us cautiously. I guess Kirari was just feeding them the leftovers.
終わった。じゃあちょっと待っててね。
She disappears into the house. She comes back immediately. Girls usually take a lot more time getting ready. They only put makeup on, fix their hair, etc. But Kirari only takes what an elementary school boy would require. Not just an elementary school boy, an elementary school boy during summer break. She only brings out the big bag full of her stuff. Of course she doesn't have makeup on. Even her pink hair is messed up. She should have at least fixed her hair. I come to think of it, the stage is only the place I've ever seen her with makeup on. And her hair is always messed up somewhere. I don't think she's like this because she rushed to get ready for their departure. I think this is her normal self.
お待たせ。
As she tires to get in the car, there's a toddler running out from the front door.
キラリー。
The toddler calls her. Is she her sister? Probably. She looks like she just started kindergarten. She grabs Karate's clothes.
お土産。お土産。
She clings onto Karate's leg while screaming. Karate kneels down to her eye level with a smile.
おう、任しとけ。お姉ちゃん、たくさん取ってきてやるからな。
She answers while wiping the toothpaste on her mouth and buttoning down her collar. I guess she's a good big sister at home. I'm impressed. She fixes her sister's clothes and lets her hand.
おとなしくしてるんだよ。迷惑かけちゃダメだからね。ほら、車から離れて。
She makes sure her sister is away from the car and gets in the car.
じゃあね。元気にしてるんだよ。
Karate waves and her sister waves back. She keeps waving until the mother comes out and takes her inside. You're a good big sister at home, huh? Karate becomes bashful?
自分の面倒はあまり見られないのにね。
Next, we have to pick Kashiwara up. I'm a little worried about her. She said she'd take care of her family, but it's that grandpa I was talking about. I don't think he'll let her go on a trip. As I expected, she didn't have permission yet the day before yesterday. She said she do manage something yesterday. Can she really come? On the way to Kashiwara's house, we dropped Tonoya and Murakami off in front of the train station. They say they are going to the music store. Even after he gets off, Murakami stands by the window, as if he doesn't want to let us go.
こんなガタガタの乗り心地の悪い車だけれど体を壊さないでくれよ。特に柏原には無理しないようによく言っておいてくれ。
No, he worries. Tonoya is worried about different things.
ライブハウスのスタッフの人に迷惑かけちゃダメだよ。挨拶もちゃんと忘れないでね。挨拶はバンドの基本だよ。
He gives us a strange advice. Karate answers to both of them.
村上くん、とのやくん、絶対立派なバンドになって帰ってくるからね。私、忘れないから。
She must have seen a soap opera or something yesterday. She was a handkerchief and says goodbye to them with tears in her eyes.
車酔いするなよ。
台湾ともちゃんと仲良くね。
The Chu gives us advice.
わかった。二人のこと忘れないよ。
It doesn't sound like they are responding to each other, but this is a normal conversation for those three. The car heads to Kashiwara's mansion. By the way, I quit being in drag.
ダメだよ。
Karate objects immediately.
そんなんじゃ面白くないじゃん。
Oh, be quiet. I already decided. Besides, it's not a marathon or anything like that. Don't you think that kind of thinking always leads us to a wrong direction? I want to be a true bassist.
ダメだよ。絶対ダメ。そんなの資格じゃないよ。資格は予想しなきゃ資格じゃない。ほら、それにね、ネットでも綺麗な女の子だって評判だったじゃん。ファンへの裏切りだよ。
Karate, please, she grabs my clothes with tears in her eyes. Her passion is abnormal. It's no use. Being popular as a girl doesn't mean anything. I brought Guy's costume. It's not a religious one either. It's a cool-looking one. I'll be popular. I'm tired of you having fun by yourselves. No matter what I say, Karate is opposed to my idea. I don't know why she is so eager to make me wear drag, but I can't give in. People's reactions after the cultural festival made me realize for sure. Also, there's the issue with Masayuki Honda. Yeah. This can't go on. I'll be manly. I'll open up and live as me.
そんなのないよね。ちえちゃんもそう思うでしょ。
As I express my intention, Kirari asks Chieni.
それより静かにしてくれるかな。この辺結構車が混んでるんだ。
She grabs onto the steering wheel. She looks serious.
あんまり騒ぐから運転に集中できなくて。死にたくないでしょ。
With such a serious reply, both of us become silent. We made it alive. The car stops in front of an elegant gate to the Kashiwara mansion. As she looks up the mansion, Chieni sighs. Saga relieved Chiu. Karate looks around silently. Is she still quiet because Chieni told her to earlier? I'll tell her it's okay now. You can continue trying to persuade me into dressing up now. She sighs.
なんとなくこの車のコツをつかんできたわ。これならなんとかなりそうよ。
Chieni says with a smile. I guess she feels confident about driving this car. I think that's great. However, I hope she is sure about it rather than just thinking she can do it. Oh, please. I see it from the bottom of my heart.
まあ大丈夫だって任しといてよ。
She was celebrating herself just a little while ago? Where did this confidence come from? Not knowing how I'm feeling inside, Chiani makes a call. She is calling Kashiwara. Kashiwara answers right away. Chiani says a few things and hangs up. I wondered if she was able to persuade her grandfather.
とりあえず今から出るから待ってくれってカッシーは言ってたけど。
Chiani looks worried too. We wait for about 15 minutes in the car. Should we call her again? As I'm about to say so, I hear hasty footsteps from the other side of the gate. The door next to the gate opens and we see a girl with a guitar on her back. It's Sarina Kashiwara.
早かったね。大丈夫だった？
Chiani asks, but Kashiwara is worried about something behind her. The maid, Saiki-san, is following her with her bag, but she looks very worried and keeps looking back too. What's wrong? I ask because this does not look normal.
何でもありません。大丈夫ですよ。
Kashiwara jumps onto the van and takes the bag from Saiki-san. Are you sure everything is okay? I ask Saiki-san too.
大丈夫です。お任せください。
Oh boy. The way she answers suggests nothing is okay. Take care of what? What is there to take care of? Before I can ask, Saiki-san closes the door.
じゃあ出発してください。
Chiani is startled. She was looking at the map trying to figure out the way. Why is she rushing us to leave? What is going on?
サリナちゃん、どうしたの？
Even Kirari notices something is wrong.
なんでもないの。キラちゃん、髪の毛染めたの？似合ってるね。そうだけど。
While Kirari is still speaking, Kashiwara leans forward to the driver's seat.
早く出発してください。お願いします。
She says gently but firmly.
あ、うん。
Chiani starts the engine, not knowing what is really going on. Maybe because the engine was already wound up, it starts right away. That's when we hear someone.
Kora!
We hear the voice of an old man from the other side of the gate. Saiki-san runs back inside. Hey, Kashiwara, this is... I start to see something.
大丈夫ですから。今すぐ車を出してください。
Kashiwara smiles. But
お願いします。
いいの？
Chiani confirms Kashiwara while holding the steering wheel.
いいんです。話はもうしてありますから平気です。出発お願いします。
わかった。あんたがそう言うなら信じるよ。
Chiani answers shortly.
じゃあ行くよ。
She drives off. Manta Kashiwara mansion is out of sight. Kashiwara sighs and leans back to the seat. As I turn back from the passenger seat, my eyes meet with Kirara's. Run away? I ask her soundly. Kirara tilts her head a little and replies, I don't know, but maybe silently too. That's probably it. Kashiwara probably never got permission from her grandfather, so she and Saiki-san planned this. In this situation, I can't think of any other scenario. Then it's complicated. Even if Kashiwara is a punk rocker and this trip is to perform, permission from her family is extremely important. Some people might say that's no big deal, and even Chiani seems to respect Kashiwara's decision, but I don't think that's right personally. Because I'm the only guy, I have to be concerned about how people would think more than anyone, even if I have no intention of doing anything. Did you really get permission from your family? As a start, her phone rings. She has a call coming in. Kashiwara looks at the phone for a while and thinks. It's probably from her grandfather. She looks out the window and then puts her hand on it. Oh! At the same time, Kirai calls out Kashiwara, sticks her hand out and grabs the phone. The phone bounces a few times on the ground, then it's out of sight. They're all stunned. I don't know what to say. Kashiwara closes the window and fixes her hair.
すみません。ご迷惑おかけしました。
She bows down very calmly.
それで、前島さん。さっき言いかけたことは何でしょう？
She looks into my eyes. Well, your grandfather posted the script, didn't he?
大丈夫ですよ。ちゃんと説得しました。安心してください。
Kashiwara smiles again. Okay then. Of course, I didn't believe her, but I can't say anything else.
言いたいことあるならはっきり言えばいいのに。
She and he teases me? Shut up. You concentrate on driving. I reply and look forward. If Kashiwara made up her mind herself, then it's not anyone's place to say anything anymore. I have absolutely no intention of doing anything her grandfather might be thinking anyway. More than anything, I was overwhelmed by her indescribable powers, saying, Kashiwara can be scary. That was so cool of her. The car is moving right along. The reflection of the sun on the white car in front of us is really bright. The sky is clear and goes on forever. We are heading to the other side of this scenery. I can't help feeling carefree.